The top 5 annuity questions. Question 1. When is the best time to consider an annuity for my retirement?
Right now is a good time. We've got treasury rates at 20-year highs. So that's, this is kind of, I think, what prompted this whole discussion, why we want to talk about annuities and cover the Q&As, because, we're seeing rates that are higher now than they've been in 20 years. So that's why we're talking about this. But when it comes to your own personal situation, when is the question, right? And the first thing to consider there is your retirement date. Are you still working, or are you making contributions to your 401k or your retirement plan still? And when are you going to retire? So, that's important. I feel that, rolling over a 401k or a qualified plan into an annuity is a great thing to do. And Lance and I maybe we'll go back and forth on this, but another consideration when it comes to when is, again, are you making those contributions, and is your retirement nest egg, is it qualified money or is it non-qualified money? And I'll say this. I think qualified money, no matter how old you are or when you're looking to retire, putting it into an annuity with safety and potential growth is a great idea with qualified money, even if you're 45 years old, okay? Because you've always got that the stipulation around qualified funds, which is you can't pull that money out prior to 59 and a half without being penalized. And here's where Lance and I might differ, and I'll ask Lance to chime in on this one here. I would argue if you're under 59 and a half, and a good portion of your retirement savings is non-qualified money, okay? Money that's already had tax taken out of it. I would argue that an annuity is probably not the greatest idea, because you're subjecting yourself to that 10% excise penalty. What do you think on that one, Lance?
Well, what I say for younger clients, and remember, most of our clients are 55 and older, but I do have referrals of younger clients. So as we take a snapshot of their situation, here's what I come up with. I say, well, if it's non-qualified money, like cash money, I say we have to look at this in a form of how are we going to leverage this money later, and if it's designed for a potential income stream, and to assess it something like a pension, because most young people don't have pensions anymore in their companies. So for young people, I address it as looking at it as a pension fund for themselves to be building and growing and to leverage an income source later. So that's how I look at it for most young clients. We don't have a lot of young clients. Our clients are all nearing or in retirement, but that's a great topic to bring up, because we do kind of go back and forth on that. But most of our clients, again, are 55 and older, and it makes a lot of sense whether it's qualified or non-qualified money, because for us it's about controlling risk, eliminating fees if we possibly can, and protecting and sheltering certain portions of people's retirement. So the best time is when you're near or closer to retirement, in my opinion. And most of those people are 55 and older, whether they're doing an early out from their job or they're just getting ready to sell their company or salute their employer. So there's lots of different times for everyone. And I think that 55 all the way up to age 80 is what we deal with clients. So It's kind of a big question, but it's one that people ask a lot and come up with. So, but Mike, I think you're right. Mike and I will go back and forth on different topics, but how I approach the young clients is I look at it as a pension. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no, that's good. And another consideration is your liquidity needs before and after 59 and a half. So in other words, if you're 55, as Lance just said, and you put money into an annuity, whether it's your qualified funds or your non-qualified funds, and then you need money out at, let's say, 57, that could be a problem, because you're going to pay that excise penalty. So, what are you? A good question that we always ask people is, what are you going to take out of your nest egg, and when, and how much of your nest egg, what percentage of it are you going to need as income and liquidity in retirement?
And that's something that we always assess, Mike, as we're sitting here talking. It made me think about, we look at time horizon and risk tolerance when we do any kind of planning for any client. So we always assess kind of what the future income needs are going to be in the next year to 5 years to 10 years. So we always do a breakdown of that so we can choose the appropriate amount of money that might go into an annuity as opposed to other liquid asset classes that are out there that the client may need to tap into before they're tapping into their annuities.